Good morning guys, welcome back or welcome to the channel, whichever it may be. I'm back at Hay Lane today on this beautiful Sunday morning. Into cloud in the sky, it's lovely and blue skies. I'm doing a review testing video today on 5 different moderators, ranging from ones from a £20 to the most expensive one I've got, which I think is £90. As you'll see them when I get down to the video, I'll be doing them, one by one, showing you the build quality and also doing a testing on the sound, moderation, what each one does, and also the accuracy. So keep watching guys, and I'll catch you in a few minutes. You take care, bye for now. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm down at the bench now. I've got my gun set up. I'm using my Air Arms S400 with the Vector Veyron 416-44 first focal plane scope. It's on a Harris bipod. That's what I'm going to be shooting off. I've got a target set out at 25 metres, which that's what I'm going to be shooting at to test the accuracy once I've got everything zeroed in. But first of all, I shall go through the moderators I've got to test today. The first one is this one. This is actually a 3D printed one. I was given this by Mark from Yorkshire Sporting Guns in Mayfield, West Yorkshire. He does these. I told him what I was doing, and he kindly donated this to me to give it a go, just to see what the difference is between a £20 moderator up to a more expensive one. It looks pretty well made actually for a 3D printed one. Nice and clear down the barrel of it. So that's the first one what's going to be tested. Like I said, build quality for 3D printed, pretty good. I don't know how it'll last long term, but that's only a matter of time and we can wait and see. But that's the first one what's going to be tested for sound quality, or sound suppression, and for accuracy on the gun. Like I said, I'm using the Air Arms 400 today. I'm going to be using the same gun for every moderator. I'm going to be using the same pellets and at the same distance, so they all get a fair review. So that's the first one, a 3D printed one, which is roughly about £20. The next one is one I actually got with my gun. It's a, I don't know if you can see that, it's a Vector 2 moderator. I've used this since I started shooting, which was September last year, I think. Well, September, October last year. This looks a pretty decent moderator for the money. I actually never knew the end cap come off. Yeah, the baffles looks nice. Well made inside, I don't know if you can see in there, but it looks well made. Like I say, I have been using this. It's done me good since I've had it. I can't complain with it. But like I say, I'm going to put up a test with all the other ones. I think these retailed, I don't know if actually you still get them, but I think these retailed around about £50, 45, £50 did them. It's aluminium. It's a little bit weighty, but it's a nice moderator. It looks quite nice on the gun actually when it's on the gun, with the tapered end there. So that's the second one. Like I said, I'll be getting the same testing, noise suppression and accuracy. The next one I've got is a blade peace pipe. I think this is the BBM one. This is very well made, and it's pretty good, well, from what I've used so far. But like I say, I'm going to put it against all the others so we can see. This cost £62.50 delivered from Blade Newman himself. he normally makes them to order, or he might do a few and then put them on for sale. But you can catch him on Facebook if you want one. They are really good. A lot of people rave about these. I haven't used it a lot yet. Like I say, I haven't had it long. I haven't used it a lot, but like I said, this is going to get the same testing as the other ones. Like I said, this was £62.50, so that's probably at the middle range one I've got. The fourth one I've got is my Virak one, and I think this was about £85, £75–85. It's Virak on the end. This tool looks nice on the gun with it being thin at, you know, where it screws onto. It looks nice, you know, cosmetically, and it works quite well. But like I say, I've never done any proper testing with it, you know, for how quiet it is compared to other ones. So that's the fourth one I've got. I should put that back in there for now. And the last one I've got in my range is this one. This is the three-legged thing reservoir moderator, extra large. Three-legged thing kind of sent me this. I told them what I was doing, and they was happy to get on board and put the moderator against the ones I was testing. This is really well made. It comes in a nice box. I'll take it out and show you. It feels solid, absolutely solid. So this is for 17722. It's got England on the end of it there. It also tells you it's half-inch UNF on the edge there, and it's also nicely engraved with the three-legged thing logo. This one's a little bit different because you can actually make it smaller. You unscrew it, you can take the sound thing off, you take the next level off like that. And then you can put the screw thread back on. And you can make it shorter. So this has got one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. This has got 8 sections to it. So you could have it probably 2 sections long. I don't know how quite I'll be up with 2 sections long, but today I'm going to be testing it at the full length. And then I'll probably do another video later on just with this moderator at the different lengths to see what the difference is in suppression. So that's the 5th one. So that's the 5 what's going to be tested today. Like I said, I'm going to be putting each one on the same gun, using the same pellets at the same distance, and we'll see how we go. How I'm testing it is, there's the zip, there it is. I've got myself a digital decibel meter. So this is what I'm going to be using to test the noise suppression of each moderator. So I'll have this in view when I'm testing it, be close to the muzzle end so you get the full sound of the muzzle end, and we'll take it from there with each different reading. So there we go. So right guys, I'm just going to get all set up with the first moderator. Get the meter set up, and I'll be back and we'll do the first noise suppression test. Bye for now. Hi guys, I'm back. Unfortunately, the decibel meter I've bought isn't working correctly, so I've just had to download a little app on my phone. I've just done the first decibel test with the 3D printer one, and it's showing an average of 55 decibels for the 3D printed one. So I'm just going to test the accuracy now and see how good that is. Like I said, I've got a target set up at 25 meters. Let's get this camera set up. Right, I'm going to do a 5-shot group on the top right target, and we'll see how we've got on. So I'll just start this camera going. Right, it's recording now. So I'll do a 5-shot group on the top right. Let's see how we get on with the 3D printed one. Right guys, that's a 5-shot group with the 3D print one. But to tell you the truth, I'm not very impressed with it. I was aiming bang on the centre of the top right hand target, and the pellets have gone just below the middle right target. They've grouped pretty good, but for some reason they've dropped that much, and I don't know why. Right guys, I'll set the next one up and I'll be back in a minute. Don't go away. Right guys, I'm back. I've got the Vector 2 on now. I've just done a decibel check, and the average on this one is 57 decibels. So now I'm going to test the accuracy. So I'm going to go for the middle left target with this one, and let's see how we go. I'll do a 5-shot group and we'll see how we get on. Well, that's done pretty good, that. I'm quite happy with that one. So I'll set the next one up and I'll be back in a minute. Don't go away. Right guys, I'm back. I've got the Blaze Peace Pipe on now. I've just done a decibel test. Average is 58 decibels. Let's see how we get on with the accuracy test. I'm going to go for the middle right with this one. Let's see how we get on. Now that is very good. Yeah, shooting a little bit high from when I've zeroed it in, but like I said, I'm going to have to, if using these different moderators, I'm going to have to zero each one in separately. But I've kept the same zero, like I said, I'm using the same pellets, which is the QYS 956, and the same gun. But that one, I'm really happy with that one at the moment. The grouping is absolutely spot on that. So that's a blaze piece pipe. So right, I'll be back in a minute, guys. Right guys, I'm back. I've got the Viarac one on now. The average decibel noise level is 59 with the Viarac, so slightly higher, but still quiet. So we'll test the accuracy. So I'm going to be going now for the bottom right target. Let's see how we get on. Here we go. That's the Viarac 5-shot group. Pretty decent group that. Happy with that one. So now for the pista resistance. I'm going to try the 3-legged thing next. So we'll see how we get on with that. So I'll be back in a minute, guys. Don't go away. Right guys, I'm back. I have the 3-legged thing on now. Average decibel is 59 with this one. So let's see how it goes with accuracy. I'm going to go for the bottom right on this one. Let's see how we get on. 5-shot group. Here we go. Wow. To say I haven't zeroed the rifle in with this moderator on, I've got it all the same, that is very good. Yeah, I must admit I am impressed with this 3-legged thing. So a massive shout out to the company itself for actually sending me it to testing this video. I'm not just saying that because they sent me it. It is a good moderator. It's quiet enough. It's versatile. Like I say, you can alter the length of it. And like I say, I've just done the accuracy test on this one. And yeah, it's well under a 5-pence piece at 25 metres. Well under the 5 shots. So let's have a look. The 3D printer one, grouping not that good and not on target. The Vector, probably still under a 5p piece, just I think, but still a decent moderator for the money. The Blaze Peace Pipe, that is very good grouping wise. I'd say probably the best grouping. It's between the Blaze Peace Pipe and the three-legged thing. The Virac grouping were pretty good on that as well. Looks like pellets on pellet. But like I say, it's it's a premium moderator. But yeah, still good on that. And the three-legged thing, a lovely grouping. So as you can see, I'll get the target, bring the target back in a few minutes, and I'll go through it all, and you can see it's done. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend a 3D printed one, but then again, if you get it tuned into your rifle, it may work better. But I've just done it on the same zero. So out of the same zero with the 5 moderators, the 3D printer one wasn't the best. But it's between the Blaze Peace Pipe, the Virac and the three-legged thing. For accuracy, they're all about similar sort of noise level, build quality. They're all good build quality. I can't knock the build quality, but like I say, with the three-legged thing, it is versatile because you can shorten it if you want. I will do another video on this three-legged thing with the different lengths of the moderator, and just to see what the difference is. But for now, guys, that's it on the accuracy test and the sound test and the build quality test. I shall go down and get the target. I'll bring it back, and you can have a close-up of what's what. So I'll be back in a minute, guys. Don't go away. Right, guys, I'm back. I've got the target back now. I'm going to show you the grouping, and you can make your own mind up. Right, the first one I tested was the 3D printed one. That's the target I was going for. Look, there's no pellet holes. No, because it ended up down here. That's where it grouped there, with the 3D printer one, 5 shots there. Don't know why, whether it's something to do with how it's being printed, whether it's clipping somewhere, but I don't know. But that was the 3D printer one. The next one was the Vector 2, and that's the grouping there. So for £40–50 moderator, not changed the zero for it, used it all the same. I don't think that's actually a bad group. The next one is the Blaze Peace Pipe. Like I say, £62.50 that one was, and I'm quite happy with that group in there. Like I say, I'm not the best shot in the world, so there will be slight variations with my movements, but yeah, I'm happy with that group in there. The next one is the Virac. 4 shots together and one just a little bit lower. So I'm happy with that grouping. Like I said, they're probably all in kill zone, but the three-legged thing, that's the three-legged thing grouping. I think that's pretty good. For a £90 moderator, which is versatile because you can adjust it, I think it's pretty good. So that's the results from the accuracy test, and like I said, the sound levels wasn't a lot of difference. I think the quietest one was 55, which was the 3D printer one, which was the quietest one, and the loudest one was 59, which was I think the Virac, and the three-legged thing was the same. So still quite a moderators, but yeah. So the Blaze Peace Pipe, the Virac, and the three-legged thing are all on par, I reckon. So that's it for that, guys. Right, the next thing with this video, I've just got my lighter K back from the gun shop, so I'm going to be testing that out. I've just had it tuned up to see which were a good job, because they had a load of pellets in the hammer, which was stopping the power so that's why it was low on power, but we'll see how it goes now. So catch you in a minute, guys. You look at, take care. I'll be back soon. Bye for now.